maybe the fence is transitory, y'all. So what does crypto have anything to do with any of this, ladies and gentlemen? Well, one thing interesting I would like to point out to you guys. Take a look at your screen right here if you can. Yes. It's from last week, guys. Bitcoin accumulation speeds up in historic surge of Bitcoin exchange outflows. So you guys can actually go into Glassnode. I think I've done a couple Glassnode streams before. I mean, we can see that on Glassnode that we're continuing to reach like we met a historic level of exchange outflows. Up, we met another historic level of exchange outflows. Up, we met another one. Which meaning for people who don't know what that means, basically, if you are using an exchange to purchase Bitcoin, which is basically where you go to buy Bitcoin unless you're buying it peer-to-peer. Like it should be done, but they don't do that anymore because it's just so darn easy to go through an exchange. Unlike stocks, commodities, options, whatever, you're not forced to keep. Oh my God, guys, the ceiling's falling on my face after I drilled holes in it. Focus, Josh. Focus. You're not forced to keep cryptocurrency in your exchange account because it is cryptocurrency. It is a digital asset, and you can just simply send it off the exchange like you can't do with a stock, like you can't do anything else. And one thing that people are practicing now, especially after the Canadian TRUCKER PROTEST, and people saying, hey, I don't trust things that I own, my money, my property, my stonks, even my cryptos, in some third-party custodian who is like a multi-billion-dollar corporation. We just don't. So recently, people have been moving their stuff out of exchanges at an alarming rate, and we keep hitting these higher peaks of this occurrence. So what does this say? With Bitcoin exchange balances at multi-year lows and whale-sized purchases by MicroStrategy and Luna Foundation Guard in this week's BTC, fundamentals are probably blah, 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 blah. Outflows from Bitcoin exchanges this week reached historic levels for the world's oldest and most sought-after cryptocurrency. In a weekly blockchain insight newsletter today, on-chain Bitcoin analyst firm Glassnode says, this is a quote from Glassnode, guys, we can see that exchange balances have also experienced a historically significant period of Bitcoin outflows in response to BTC whales and broader market, blah, 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 reaching an outflow rate of 96.2 thousand Bitcoin per month. Holy cannoli. Outflows of this magnitude are uncommon, happening only several occasions through history. With the Bitcoin price hovering at $45,000 at the time of this writing, there's an exchange outflow rate per month of $4.4 billion US dollars for the Bitcoin at today's market price on major exchanges. Very interesting. Wouldn't you guys contest to that? Bitcoin exchange outflows are continuing to reach new highs. Now, at least we forget, guys. Let's at least we forget the old boomer coin. There's only ever going to be 21 million whole Bitcoins that will ever exist. And what have we've already mined like 19 million? We're probably in the $20 million range now, right? John McAfee was quoted to say back in 2014 that 7 million had been lost. If we want to accommodate between 2014 and 2022, it's probably a little bit more than 7 million. Sometimes people just lose some hardware wallet, lose their seed phrase, whatever. It's gone. It's gone for good. It's gone for good. You can't inflate it. Can't create more. Everybody wants it because it is a monetary system of value that exists outside of this jacked up, horrendous, poor excuse of a poorly engineered system that we currently have and seeing falling apart before our very eyes.